Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's dive into today's daily challenge. We are going to Los Angeles, where we will have double destinations and bridge to bankruptcy. So bridges require double road tiles. That's gross. And also we get plenty of these lovely double plazas, which will likely be the death of us. You know, we've seen plenty of times, Samurai Sam was the first to note it, but we've seen plenty of times that a double plaza, if both of the businesses are circles, that in and of itself is practically a death sentence, because these parking lots cannot keep up with that. But hey, that is a problem for future us. And today, we are here to discuss problems for present us. By present us, I mean present me. And by problems, I mean, well, a cursed body pillow and a weird bad thing I saw in my internet browser this morning. Let's start with the weird bad thing I saw in my internet browser this morning. Opera is giving AI-generated prompts now, where if you highlight a piece of text in Opera, you can have it. I'm not even saying you can have it. It will just do this. There's no way I've seen to disable this bullshit. If you highlight text in Opera now, there's an AI prompt that's like, explain this briefly to me, which means I'll run it through ChatGPT and log what you've done and give you a poorly generated, bad, unfactual, made-up response to it. Or you can explore. You can make a joke. Let's trust the machine to make a joke. That's gonna go great. I looked into, Bogsy suggests that I use Firefox, and maybe I should just use Firefox in general. The first thing I did after I saw this AI prompts bullshit was I Googled, does Firefox use AI? And I saw that Mozilla has a large AI project that they're all in on. So, yeah. Shit's the wave of the future. Is bad. The future is bad. That is the moral of the story. Eat Arby's. The future is bad. I don't know. So that's shitty. That's dumb and bad and terrible. And I hope very much that someone convinces the good folks at Opera. And by someone, I mean, capitalism or whatever. Firefox does have other good shit. That's true. And it doesn't use Chromium, which is the same. My understanding is that it's like the same base assets or whatever that Google Chrome is run off of, which is why both Chrome and Opera are, to put it generously, resource hogs. So perhaps one should switch from Opera to Firefox in general. I will probably do that at some point. Like, Firefox at the very least should hopefully not be this forward with their, oh yeah, you want this AI bullshit, right? No, I don't want this AI bullshit. In fact, I did, just characterize it as AI bullshit, which may have clued you into my thinking, Opera. But anyway, I did tease a cursed body pillow, and, well, if you, like me, are a person who exists on the internet and likes Mass Effect, you may have seen this yesterday. And if you didn't, well, listen, BioWare knows their fans. They do. They like to pretend that they don't. So sometimes they don't do ultra fan service. And then sometimes it is not a Garrus body pillow. Garrus body pillows exist. Garrus body pillows have been a thing for quite a while. This Bagunicorn is a Rex body pillow. This is a thing that you can buy. I think they're just selling the pillowcase. I think you have to buy the pillow. Also, I think this is technically like a double wide pillowcase. So this is two body pillows stacked on top of one another. And if you put this double tall pillowcase on your two body pillows, you can, I mean, that would just be an enormous body pillow if you think about it. But additionally, you can have Rex be your little spoon or whatever. I don't know. That's a thing you can purchase at the BioWare web store. Link not in the description. I shall not be directing business in that way. But hey, listen, BioWare, if you want to hook me up with an affiliate link, we can talk. We've had discussions on this channel before about how the Goog's loyalties can be bought. I am not a man of integrity when it comes down to it. Just not. There's some things you have to confront and accept about yourself in order to move through life. One of those, I'm not a man of integrity. Let's be honest with ourselves. Anyway, we've got yet more blue guys down here. That's okay. I have also, for the keen-eyed among you, futzed once again with the positioning of the Spotify icon. I didn't like how small the text was, so I made it bigger, but then it had to be wider, so now it's wider. And we're getting to the point where this is almost certainly going to be obtrusive, but hey, until it is. Alright, we gotta get red guys over to here, which seems like a problem. Alright, let's take this bridge back. We're gonna use it in a second here. It has been 1 second here. We're going to use this bridge to get these reds over to here, which means we won't have a bridge for these light blues, which means they need motorway number 1. Motorway number 1 will hook down here. This bridge will come down this way. Bridges, again, cost double road tiles, so that's a problem. But hey, what are you going to do? All right. So we got these 2 reds taking care of this, these 2 reds taking care of this. There's only 5 reds on the map, so adhering to the standards of one business, one road does mean that one of these businesses is only going to have 1 house going to it. And if that's the case, it might as well be this one. This is as good a one as any. You over here can get a second dark blue guy swinging down thusly. We appreciate that. Oh, goodness. It is Wednesday. My dudes, that is lovely to say. I'm very happy that it is Wednesday. It feels like it sort of feels like Wednesday. It also sort of feels like Tuesday for obvious reasons. There was a holiday weekend and all. Let's see here. Oh, we got purple guys over here. That's a problem. If we get a motorway this weekend, that's going to be fine. If not, we're in trouble. Well, good. We got a motorway. So we don't have to consider the possible problems. Here. Motorway number 2 will go pretty much due west into the eastern port of this double business. And we get purple folks going down here into this, which we're going to just pretend that this is the Crypto.com arena, home of the Los Angeles Lakers. I almost called it the Staples Center just to be, the kind of person who's like, I'm going to call the stadium by the old name because I don't like the business that bought the naming rights. But, Staples. Listen, I have no particular affinity for Staples. I'm not going to go out of my way to fall on a sword to defend the honor of the high and mighty house of Staples. It's not going to happen. And so, the building in Los Angeles where the Clippers and Lakers and I think Kings? Yeah, the Kings play there too. It's the Crypto.com arena. Until Crypto.com goes bust, which, for all I know, it already has. FTX went bust, and their patches are still on umpires' shirts, so the fuck do I know? Certainly, absolutely nothing about crypto. I think I've told this story before, but here's a true fact. One time, the underscore Goog was on a message board that got really invested in Bitcoin. Like, they were super into it. They thought it was the wave of the future. And you could buy, 50 Bitcoin for $5. And I thought, this is stupid. You're not using this for anything real. What the fuck are you doing? And I did not do that. It's a true fact about the underscore Goog. And then, several years later, I was riding in a car with our good friend Jeebus42. And he turned to me and he said, "What's Bitcoin?" And I laughed, because it had been several years at this point, and Bitcoin, by now a single Bitcoin was in the, mid-single digit thousands of dollars. And I said to my friend Jeebus42, well, once upon a time, you used to be able to buy 50 of them for $5, but now they cost thousands of bucks a piece, and it's a horrible bubble run by awful people, and if you put money in it, you're going to lose said money. And then, this was right at the end of the time where it was justifiable for a person to say, what's Bitcoin? Like, this conversation did not happen yesterday, Bogsy. This conversation probably happened in... would have had to be 2019 at the latest. I feel like it was like 2018, maybe even 2017 that we had this conversation. Like, it was still mildly surprising. It was still mildly surprising that there... Listen, there were still plenty of people saying what's Bitcoin in 2019. And to be fair, there were still plenty of people saying what's Bitcoin in 2023. I will say this as a blanket statement. If in 2023 you don't know what Bitcoin is, my advice to you regarding Bitcoin is stay the fuck away from it. It's not going to go well at this stage of the game for you. It's not going to go well at this stage of the game for anyone, mind, but it's definitely not going to go well for you if you're just getting into it now. All right, let's go with Roundabout. Boggers notes that, to be fair, Bitcoin is incredibly stupid and in a way that makes it really difficult to explain. This is true. There are so many base concepts you have to wrap your head around to even get why people think Bitcoin should be a thing, that by the time you do that, most people's brains have started to rot. And by most people, I mean me. Like, I only kind of sort of get the central premise. Something fiat gold standard something Ron Paul 2012. There. Also, something pyramid schemes. I understand why running a pyramid scheme seems like a good idea. I don't understand why buying into a pyramid scheme just before it bursts seems like a good idea, but hey, you know, I had the opportunity. I had the opportunity to buy into the pyramid scheme when it was a very tiny pyramid, and I didn't. So, I suppose you should take every piece of advice I give you with a grain of salt. And to be honest, that's true. Have I seen the Brennan Lee Mulligan old prospector getting into crypto skit? That sounds vaguely familiar. Possibly I've seen it. I don't know. YouTube has started to recommend me random Brennan Lee Mulligan stuff because, hey, listen, I watch the random Brennan Lee Mulligan stuff that YouTube recommends to me, and YouTube is literally in the business of making me watch things it recommends to me. So, there you go. Oh, this should be safe for stream. Oh, God. All right. I'm afraid. Additionally, we're not going to do a motorway over here for these purple guys. That seems silly. Instead, we're going to redirect motorway number 2 such that it goes back this way. Are you playing, by the way? You're way too quiet to be on the playlist. Go away. Here, be fun music. Okay. So we're going to run motorway number 2 back this way to get these 4 purples invested in this business over here. Meanwhile, these 3 purples are just going to hook up this way. And hey, we have another Los Angeles Lakers arena. Ow, a big sneeze. Oh, one of these days I'm not going to mute when I sneeze like that. And it's going to be... Oh. Speaking of our good friend Jeebus42, one of the very few things that I miss about working in an office is Jeebus42's sneezes. Oh my God. This is content for one person in the chat, and I apologize. Our friend Jeebus42 is a prodigious sneezer. It is... It's showy and performative at points, but also it's funny. It's just funny. Anyway. We will take a look at the prospector clip in a minute. Let's go with a second roundabout. Yeah, fuck it, second roundabout. The old big office was nice. Bogsy and I used to work in an old big office on the 6th floor of an office building, which that company eventually got sold to a company that was not good. And they moved to a smaller office on the 2nd floor of that building. And the smaller office was drab and bland and gray and not really great. But, it did have neat little rooms. And anyway, we are not here to wax nostalgic about office culture much. We'll do a little bit of nostalgia waxing. Just a soupçon of nostalgia waxing, I suppose. Hey, I have a question regarding this light blue business right here. You have 3 houses and a 2-tile long motorway. Why the fuck are you backed up? That's it. That's the entire question. Why the fuck are you backed up? Given that you have 3... You fucking shitbag. Anyway. True fact, Boxy, I was just in the downtown area adjacent to the office building where we used to work at lunchtime. I briefly considered running up to that restaurant just to get lunch. I did not do that. It was like 2:15. They were probably closed, but I considered it. It was a good food court. We are totally waxing nostalgic about office culture. Totally waxing nostalgic about office culture at this point. All right, so this over here is a circle, which is kind of a problem. It's not great. The food court, it's part of it. All right, we're going to run motorway number 3 up this way. These 2 houses, assisted by this guy, are gonna... Well, this is dumb. Why would we do it that way if we're doing it this way? There, we'll do it this way. There. Now, these 2 guys, these 3 houses are going to support this business. That frees up all of these yellows down here to help out over this way after I steal these 2 away from that. Did I mention that I'm stealing these 2 away from that? I'm stealing these 2 away from that. You go up that way. You will swing up here. We'll stick a traffic light right there. This is a perfectly cromulent traffic light. That was a damn fine food court. It really was. Well, fuck. Now I want to go to that food court, and I absolutely can't. I have an all-day job today. I have to sit at my desk for several hours. All right. We're going to run this sandwich place was... It's good. I've gotten that delivered once or twice since constant delivery of food became the means by which we interact with the world. And it's fine. It's a little overpriced. You come down to here. You go over here. We'll do another traffic light right here. And I believe once all of these motorways have straightened themselves out, we have, in fact, fixed everything up. All right, you go that way. You 2 yellows aren't going to do anything, but you're going to be okay. We've gotten everything cleared up. We've got so many reds coming down this way. Give me another bridge. Thank you. All right, you know what? You 2 light blues can come up here and join this motorway and support this business. This yellow circle is angry. Are you going to die, buddy? Were you under-supported and now catching up, or are you just gonna die? I can't really tell. You look like you're angry about stuff, but at the same time, there is cavalry coming. Okay, no, we've got cavalry on the way. You're okay, you're catching up. We're catching up here, that's all right. This red circle is... I don't understand why this red circle's angry. I've got 8,000 dudes. Again, you know what it is? It's gotta be the parking lot. It's just the parking situation here. Because, once again, as I said at the top of the episode, we've got a double plaza with 2 circles. And once you get into a double plaza with 2 circles, you're inevitably fucked. Ugh. There's like... I don't think this is an inefficient allocation of resources with, like, traffic or anything. There are plenty of houses feeding these businesses. We've got 7 coming into this circle. By the way, speaking of houses and businesses and there being plenty of them, there aren't, in fact, plenty of this guy. So, I mean, that's a problem. Let's fix that problem, shall we? Here's how we're going to fix that problem. You are going to come down. No, that's not going to do enough to fix it. We need better, more drastically fixing it. Okay. More drastic methods of fixing it. observe. We're going to take you and run you into here, and we're going to run the 800 of you up this way. You're going to take motorway number 4. Motorway number 4, we're going to kill this access road. Motorway number 4 is going to swing in just like that. All right. Matter of fact, we're just going to replace this. This is going to get replaced. You over here, congratulations, buddy. You two are now the support system for the western entrance of this business. You get to repurpose yourself as a third red guy going this way. Everybody go. All right, this square is going to get caught up. It's going to have to be fine. Donnez-moi a third bridge. Mercy buckets. All right, this double plaza is still fucky, which, I mean, I don't care for, really. There's not much I can do about it, but I want it noted for the record that I don't care for it. You know what I could do to get more blue guys coming in here? Here, let's get more blue guys coming in here. That's not going to fix anything, but it's going to make me feel better. We're going to run these two blues like so. They're going to come in from the north. These are going to come in from the northwest. These are going to come in from the northeast. We'll have a roundabout here. You'll all come down this way. And the problem isn't traffic flow in. The problem is the parking lot. And there's nothing we can do to fix the parking lot. So, fuck, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'll just die. Here. Motorway number 1, come down this way. We'll have to kill and reposition these light blue businesses like so. You point that way, you point that way. The 3 of you hook up this way. This is all well and good. This double plaza is still going to be the one that kills us, but there's vanishingly little I can actually do about that. So I suppose it'll be fine. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire and some such. Here, you hook up that away. So you get out here. We'll get a 7th yellow house supporting this yellow circle. That seems like a good thing. This purple business is surprisingly busy, actually, given that it's, it's got, 2, 5, 9 dudes supporting it. It's kind of annoying, but, what are you gonna do? It occurs to me that I did not actually ever set up my Wordle screen, which means I don't have a handy-dandy browser window into which to put the prospector link that Bogsy gave us. So let's fix that here.
Brennan.
Hey! Now we've got that browser window ready to go. And we'll deal with that in a minute. But first, we have to wait for all of this to die. All right. Let's see. This dark blue is getting mad again. Okay, you've got mad again. That's the world's most dangerous rat or something. I don't know. It's been too long since I saw... Is it the Rescuers that has Madigan? Radigan? I think it's the Rescuers where Radigan's the villain. Could be something else, though. No, that's the Great Mouse Detective. I'm confusing my I'm confusing my rodent adventure movies. It's the Great Mouse Detective that has Radigan, the world's most dangerous rat. How dare I forget that? I'm ashamed of myself. All right, let's take... I'll take a 2nd roundabout instead of a 5th bridge. Those are the kind of choices you should never have to make in mini motorways, but here we are, I guess. All right, is there a free tile? There is a free tile right here, so I could run these yellows somewhere. I don't know where. I guess they could support up here. Actually, hold the phone. That's not a bad idea. You 3 can hook up this way, and that'll get more yellow guys up into here. And that seems like a universal good. Yeah! Get more traffic flowing this way. That seems fine. All of these reds right here, I could maybe make this red journey a little bit more efficient at the very least. We'll go to redjourney.ai and no? Okay, that one was pretty bad. I know we just dunked on AI earlier, and we will continue to dunk on AI for potentially the rest of human existence, but, you know, Midjourney's mildly impressive. Mildly. Don't use it to, like, replace actual artists or anything, because fingers, but, you know. Also, ethics. Fingers and ethics are two good the two best reasons not to use AI-generated art. Fingers and ethics. Oh, God. And here I was thinking I didn't have a title for this episode. Alright. So this light blue is fine. This yellow just went circular, which is, broadly speaking, A-okay, really. Because we've got 8 yellows here to support it already. This double plaza is just going to be continuously furious, and there's, like, at this point, there's just nothing I can do about that. So we're going to have to accept it. We've got the houses. It's not a problem of houses. The problem is just the nature of this parking lot. There's nothing I can do about that. All right. This purple business up here is doing fine. This yellow is great. You are a dark blue who's angry. Listen, buddy, if only I had 11 houses running into you. Oh, wait, I totally do. So it's not my fault. The problem is that all of your cars are in this fucking parking lot. This purple business is angry because all of its cars are in the fucking parking lot. Roadman Z asks if I think AI might turn into a Skynet situation, and that depends what you mean by Skynet situation. Do I think that the machines will become sentient and assert dominance over humanity, leading to the collapse of civilization? No. Do I think big corporations will fuck us over, leading to the collapse of human civilization? Yes. So, now, that's going to happen with or without AI, because climate change is coming. So, does that count as a Skynet situation? If big corporations fuck us over, leading to the inevitable and very violent and chaotic and destructive decline of human civilization? Does it have to be AI? Also, yeah, everything we've called AI to this point is not artificial intelligence. It's machine learning with a fancy wrapper. And sometimes the wrapper's not that fancy. There's no actual thinking going on there. There's just scraping the internet. And what it's doing, it's not just scraping the internet, it's cannibalizing the internet. The quote-unquote AI sources that we use now are culling through news articles and search engine results and that sort of thing with an eye toward replacing those data sets, which will inevitably lead to a horrendous decline in the already unacceptably bad results. But hey, you know, a guy made a computer that he can... I don't even know. All right, these plazas are just falling apart. Like, again, this up here, it's not a house problem. It's a parking lot problem. And, yeah, some of the websites you click through when you go to Google are just... Who is bad? Google's bad, y'all. AI's bad, y'all. Anyway, we got 3,268, which puts us in the top 4%. That feels good. I enjoy that. We've defeated Parlor Ghost, top 4% in the world. We take those. Now, very important thing we must do. AI has fucked up search results. So yeah, shit's not getting better. We're in trouble, as they say. You there, Opera Source, pull this YouTube clip. Don't feed your cats lilies. Blanket statement. Don't do it. You know what you should do is observe an old-timey prospector who is getting into crypto.
An old-timey prospector who's getting into cryptocurrency.
Hey, you listen here. I may have lost part of my brain in a Wolverine attack, but I know one thing and one thing for sure, and that is the blockchain is the future of currency. You think, fiat currency, you want state-backed dollars. What could be better than a completely unaccountable system of absolute strangers and con artists assembled together in a bizarre crypto-fascist commune? We already know that these currencies are being used to fund neo-Nazi and far-right organizations. If you're legitimately considering
Brennan,
using
you're
these
dropping
things, there's something fucking wrong with you.
I'm gonna cut
Brennan,
you
you're
off.
dropping the
There's
voice.
something fucking
This is
wrong
gonna
with
become.
you. How's about that?
Brennan.
Oh, God. Brendan Lee Mulligan, one of the two good straight white men on the internet. And I say this as a straight white man on the internet. I'm not the other one. All right, let's play Wordle. Oh, God. Do I have my Wordle window open? I absolutely do not. I'm woefully underprepared. Here. No. We're getting rid of that, and we're doing this. Come on. You can do it, internet. There you go. Good job. Good job. Play the music now. Play the Wordle now. This, by the way, I've never shown this off on stream because it's shit and I hate it. The New York Times put a fucking flat splash screen at the start of Wordle to be like, hey guys, it's Wordle. Do you want to log into your New York Times account so we can track your statistics on Wordle? No. I don't. Just want to play Wordle. Fuck you, comma, the New York Times. I will smite you, which is an anagram of times, and I wasn't going to use times because it's a bad first word. Smite is mildly better. Actually, in this case, it's quite better. It's not quite, because there's no T, but it could be quile. It's not quile. Quile's not a word. It could be while, though. Could absolutely be, well, okay, we got the L. That's good. Can't be prime. It could be guile. Could absolutely be guile. I think I know where that G goes. So it's agile, right? I spent a long time, and by a long time I mean like 5 seconds, looking at, something G-I-L-E and being like, A-guile? A-guile's not a word. E-guile's not a word. O-guile's not a word. A-guile's not a word. Oh, right. It's agile. Okay. Good job. Listen, we got 2 greens right off the bat and still took 4. That's a shame. But at the same time, it only took like a minute or 2 to solve the Wordle, which is also a decent measure of how good you are at it. It's the kind of thing that you could track if you logged into your New York Times account. I'm not going to do that. I don't know why I've decided that my awful corporate chill voice is just Baloney the dinosaur from the Animaniacs, but that's what it is. Played a game where you got to hit Baloney with anvils while you were playing essentially Knockout. It's a good game. The Animaniacs PC game. Good game. You should pirate it somehow. Thought you were doing a bad Goofy. No, I have a bad Goofy, but I know that it's bad, so I'm not going to do it. All right. Folks, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Eastern with another edition. For the folks on YouTube, you may or may not have noticed Mass Effect Andromeda uploads, as promised, are back on track. I actually edited and exported like 8 of those this past weekend. So Mass Effect Andromeda is on the channel. We did one of those yesterday. We'll do another one tomorrow. We'll have Final Fantasy VI next weekend, maybe, hopefully. We'll see. But anyway, I will be back tomorrow. Good morning, Mini Motorways. Until then, thank y'all so much for watching. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.